Okay, so these two are getting ready for some drafting. We're going to quickly jump in here because the Civ draft is just underway. So we'll quickly go have a look at the map draft. We've had a Nomad ban, a Water Nomad ban, so no Nomad maps, ZachAttack and Hexi. Then the picks, 4 Lakes from ZachAttack, very standard pick, and we boo 4 Lakes. Big boo for the 4 Lakes pick. We're not a fan. Pick something else. Hexi picks Copenhagen. We've had some admin bans coming through here, and the last two, they had 2 rich and rare options and migration, and they've banned both in favor of migration, which is where we're going to start. And now, oops, hang on, did I jump off that? There we go, that's that one. We go here and we can see them drafting now. So did we lose any good civs? We lost Vikings. That's probably the best of the water civs as far as an admin ban goes. And then because Nomad's in the map pool, Zach knew to ban Spanish. Persians absolutely went down. Catans is an interesting ban. Maybe that's a 4 Lakes ban. And Byzantines quite strong as well. Armenians, Malians first pick. I wonder what the plan is with Malians. Then Japanese, Portuguese Saracens, 2 very strong picks. Malay Dravidians. And then Berbers at the end. It's very interesting the way this goes. And the way this is lined up. Aha! Okay, we can now get ready for a set. They're probably already in the game. It wouldn't surprise me if they're just ready to go. So I'm going to switch over to there. I'm actually going to hide this. I will take a couple of minutes if you just give me a moment. Just going to have some nice little additions to our UI. Which you'll see coming up pretty soon. That one, and one more. Hopefully looks pretty good once they're up. Just give me a little bit more time. We should be good. Who put some predictions up, Rapunzel? We've got Zach versus Hexi. They're heading into game 1. Ready for some Girt By Sea action, which will be good. And let me get Capture Age ready. Come on. That looks like they're in the lobby, right? As opposed to an actual game yet. So I haven't started the game. That's all good. Predictions are up, which is nice. I'll go to Spec Dashboard. Noz, if you're still there, you got your TTL set ready to go? How set are you for that? And has it been like as a time booked? Is the actual question? If I didn't frame that right, and I guess Soxy as well, if you are there. We shouldn't be far away from a start now. They're both in the lobby, and you can see there's a bit of a difference in elo, so we should be expecting ZachAttack to get up, but I'm keen to see how well Hexi plays this. Don't know much about Hexi. and what their ability is. Does look to be in the 1400s at the moment. And it looks like we're getting ready for a start. Let's see what civs we've got. So we're going to have Armenians and Berbers on migration. Where's everyone put their predictions for this? Okay, we go to Capture Age as well, and there's going to be a few little things to do on Capture Age once we're there. Chat's being very slack. Need to get some more people in. People know we're underway. Let's get a pause on. Let's get a pause. Okay, so we've got Swiss Stage Week 1. Just gonna grab my little additional piece that I want to grab for this set. It's there. It's there. So this is Div 2. Oh, look at the size of this. A little bit of a giveaway of what we're going to throw on top here. We got some Div 2 action. And that means we get to put the little prize, the first place prize, on the screen. Where do we want to put that? Just on this side, perhaps. Just out the way on this side. Maybe we'll put Girt By Sea icon nearby as well. Or does that need to be somewhere better? Maybe that can be a little bit higher. Anyone got a bit of a preference on where this should live? Top left? No, because there might be text there. Just out the way here. Very nice. Off screen? It's not going to be off screen. Look at that. Look at the. It's got no background. It's so nice. Oh, look at that. Perfectly. Okay. Yep. Lovely. That's exactly what we want. It's just above the UI there. It's so beautiful. So Div 2, there's our little prize, what they're playing for. All right. Welcome along to Girt By Sea. It's week 1. We got some Division 2 action here between ZachAttack and Hexi. And this is the first map on migration between the two players. And I realize we'd like to have some elos, please. I'd like to know where those are, because they should be like existing naturally, right? 1700 and 1450-ish. That's what we want to see. Roughly those elos in the top there. We've got Zach. Oh, now it's changed to a best of 5. When did I do that? It's not a best of 5. It's a best of 3. What an awful start. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Swiss Stage Week 1. Here I am trying to get a nice little intro in. And it's ruined. Everything is ruined. Okay, rest of it looks good. It's game 1. Okay. And continuing on, we've got ZachAttack playing as the Armenians on this map. And we've got Hexi in the red playing as the Berbers. Both players starting their campaign against each other. ZachAttack is the 3rd seed in Division 2, whereas Hexi will be the 12th with how they started. Just how they were with their elos heading in. And you can see now the way these two players are going to start this game. They're going to scout the map. They're going to add their wood. They're going to bring in their deer, I assume. Looks like Hexi's only going with 5 on food, whereas Zach at the moment has 6. Has accidentally killed that other sheep there. But that's all good. Zach's still going around. Has pushed in 1 deer so far. Pushing in the second now. And we're seeing these 2 players move towards their... move towards getting some fish out. And some fishing ships. It's the little things that matter, isn't it, Soxy? It's the little things that matter. And that's very unfortunate when it happens like that. But we're good. A house is now being dropped. The deer is being extremely stubborn. And now we've got 7 under the TC for Hexi. So leaving only 5 on food. So it does seem like... Let's have a look. Where's this field going? This field's going to wood. So it seems like Hexi's going to play feudal age. Because there's only 5 on wood and then more have gone over to food. Meanwhile, Zach's put 6, which can still be a feudal age play, but then now the 7th is going. So my hunch here is this is going to be an FC. Hexi's forgotten... Oh, Doc's coming up a bit later. Probably shouldn't have happened, given they had 5 on food and not 6. This is going to be interesting now to see how this is played out and how the uptimes end up going. This is my favorite map. My favorite map. This is the map that helped me jump from 1200 to 1400 in the space of however many games it took. I had to start playing as Mezzo Civs on this map so that I didn't bump my elo up too high because it was getting a little bit ridiculous. Everything else I'm pretty crappy at, but this one I figured out pretty well, at least in a 1v1 sense. Still had to learn a little bit when it came to the team games, but the 1v1 sense, I think I got a good handle on it. Fishing ships are coming out, so 3 for Zach, 2 for Hexi. We're going a little bit of a slow play to start with. We are a bit behind lifetime, so I will go there. Zach's actually going to go to wood here. He's going to get loom and may actually still be clicking up. Still going to click up. Okay. So it's still a fast-ish feudal. It's going to be 20 plus loom to go up. Hexi's actually going a bit longer. 4 fishing ships. But is this a result of not having the food? I think it may be. I think this may have been a case of not having the food. So has gone to a mill. Look, Slaters, I have been available to play. If anyone wanted to play maps or hear my insights, I don't have to listen to them, but they can hear them. And maybe no one wants to listen to them. That's why they haven't reached out. But here we go. We got galleys for ZachAttack here, and the Armenian player has had a little bit more idle time. I have my theories, but yeah, we see how this goes on this map. We've got 2 docks now, and the res is coming in. The res is really coming in, and a transport, and the scout's going to go across nice and early. And it's going to be fire galleys to defend. I don't mind this start with splitting the available all the time, Slaters. You just got to ask. You've just got to ask. Fishing ships. Oh, fishing ships are going to be in a bit of trouble. There they are. I don't mind the dock splitting as well, just to be able to be like, where are they going to come from? Don't know. Put a dock on either side and see what happens. Now the galleys get to be squeezed a bit. Yes, Sparkhand, you did. You did reach out, and we did have the odd discussion. which was nice. And now we're seeing some more fires. So the galleys will win the micro battle. And now we get to see what happens. A bit of a stalemate now. So Castle Age already. ZachAttack's going to be up. He's made galleys and he's going to be up to castle. 6 fishing ships. Very, very interesting. Pretty fast timing if you ask me. It's not too bad. It's going to get there about 17 minutes. It's important to keep the stuff going. Looks like Hexi's the first one to move into the middle. See how that plays out. But a few galleys here, 4 galleys. They're going to do a bit of work. And there, down goes a Vil. Looks like a strong enough start for ZachAttack, especially given the uptime and the extra damage as well for the galleys. They do have that extra. Armenian galleys have the extra projectile. That's the word I was looking for. Oh, but down they go. A little bit sloppy here. And now another one's going to go down as well. Or at least they're going to get attacked. They're going to have to group up and run away. Still waiting on Castle Age on this side. But early outposts. I don't mind the early outposts. Bit of vision. Gets to see when the opponent jumps into the middle. And now we've got the fires. And the transport's been spotted. Actually baited in the galley hits. Which resulted in the fires getting some damage done. So in comes Bodkin now. More docks. And going to be spotted in the middle. And is the monastery going to get spotted? It's not. So easy. Has Zach actually found the gap? Ooh. Very interesting. So the early fortified church, in the middle. Probably going to see a warrior priest out of this. Oh, and down go the fires, though. That's a clean-up. And now Castle Age coming in behind. And a town centre as well. And the first warrior priest is out. And I imagine... And the scout stays up. But now Hexi knows that Zach's on the map. On the middle island as well. Can fight this with Vils. Should fight this with Vils. And down goes the scout. But the warrior priest will be able to do some work. Probably best just to get the relics for now. Still fighting on water. Galleon versus Feudal Age fires. Looks like the Vils are going to be running a little bit. Personally, Sparkan, when it comes to this, mule carts doesn't really... I don't think it matters too much. I don't think whether where you end up. It's probably safer to stay on the home island until you know you're safe to go out. But if you don't go super early, you can end up in a situation like Hexi here. Fires are in queue, close to being housed. The barracks going to be denied. I think my main thought here is go to the middle when you're ready to drop things. You're going to want to have a bunch of wood ready to go. And otherwise, you end up in this situation where you try to get something out and you kind of struggle. And it just ends up setting you back a little bit. Whereas we saw what ZachAttack did. Armenian's very good civ in this regard because the church automatic protection. And then town centre straight away. Again, automatic protection. And the workshop as well is good for the attack. But also you can get an odd mangonel to defend if you do get siege pushed. So those are these 3 buildings feel like an amazing 3 buildings. TC idle time, yeah, racking up. Are on 2 TCs. Farms here is interesting. I would be farming as much as I can here. Income Castle Age fires. Miss this. They've looped around. The galleys are just out of position. Here we go. Fires. They're just going to start taking things down. There's no real counter here. 16 fire ships are on the field. Berber fire ships have a bit more movement speed as well. I believe 1.49. Galleys 1.43. Still less fills. It's not by too much though. It's not too bad. There's still fish. More fish on the park. They're still working largely economically. So it's only 1 TC, but if you take the water, well, you can do a lot. You can actually range this town center from the water. You probably want to switch. Actually, Hexi's made some knights. Does that mean there's a... Oh, it's come up on the side here. Look at that. The knights are up. So overall eco, Hexi's looking alright all of a sudden. It's not looking too bad. 1 dock goes down. What's in here? 1 war galley. That's not going to be enough. There's going to be more fires on this side. And now I think... I mean, firstly, squeeze these galleons out. Get rid of them. And then leave a couple just around here just to make sure there's no redock here. Check there's no redock here as well. Make a few galleons, but you probably don't need to until you know they're back on water. And then now put the focus on land. Turn the focus to land. Probably doesn't need more fire ships now. Got 20, and Zach stopped with the production. 1 demo is there. How much is the demo going to take out? It does 110 attack. Ships have got a HP, so it doesn't actually take a fire down, and it doesn't get the best hit, given the clump that did exist. Knights, couple of knights are out, and more fish as well. And castle res. How's this? There is castle res. Hexi has gone to stone. Where? Or is it bought? Or is bought? Wait. Where'd the stone come from? He was here. Must have been here, right? Yeah, stone was taken here. Maybe there was another tile already gone. So, here we go. And now we get to see... Is there going to be a quick transport? Because the castle right here is going to deny a lot. A knight gets converted. That's a little bit sloppy. Probably try and take the monk down now with it, but... Down goes the outpost. No, going to go for the scorpion first. Probably fair few warrior priests out. Not sure about that. The 3 monks, the 3 knights go down pretty cheaply. But there's a whole lot of fires out there, and it's about now. 1. You've won water, so very good job when it comes to adding fish. Brilliant. Sold all the stone. Oh no. Decided against the castle. Mined all that stone and just went, nah, that'll do. Probably needs a foothold on this island. And I would have thought a castle was the way to do it. Are going imp. Imp. That's why. The idea was imp. And now, I mean, you can see the fires. They're kind of getting ready. Have a look at Hexi's point of view. You can see they've got nice vision. As I said, I'd grab a couple of fire ships, personally, at this stage. Take a small amount of APM. Just 1 there. A little bit of a patrol. Just a few on patrol, just around the front. Just to know if there's no redock here. Just make sure that there's no redock on this side. Bit harder in the middle, because there could be a castle drop in the middle. But... just in general, I don't mind it. Now we're just waiting on the last building. Does Hexi know another building is required? Another building is sadly required. The res is... it's up. Building is up. So monastery and university. Up to imp. Ville's not too far behind. Is going to be down. The boom is on. It is 3 TC. But he's going to have imp and Berbers... they're going to be able to go into Cannon Galleon, and they do get elite as well. So they're going to get to that 15 range. They do get siege engineers, so they're going to get that 16. Is it 16 range, I want to say? Or is it 14 plus 1? This is a good... I mean, this is a castle that you place to try and get back on water. So it's going to be 15 plus siege engineers, so 16. Seeing careening come in. I don't mind it, but... this is where we're going to need to... I would have dropped the castle personally, but Imp is in and he's going to be able to play water really quickly, but doesn't have a stronghold on land. And 6 relics for the Armenians, and the monks can get a little bit awkward to play against as well now. But the monk will go down here. So castle up, and I imagine it's going to be docks. Docks underneath would be my guess, when Rez allows it. Got to get back on water here, and then Zach wins, is the short answer there. Because got all the land, got 6 relics. But with Imp, and can go Imp again, the hard part now is spending all the res. Just can't get off the island, that's the problem. Probably should have... probably recommend a whole bunch of docks as well. Absolutely getting ready to go Imp. Get ready to go Imp again, number 1. And number 2, we're seeing now just misses that the dock wasn't built yet. Chemistry's coming in. Fast fire ship is coming in. If we know that the castle here is here, that says to me, this is where the docks are going to go. So this is where it's time to start placing the fires. Time to bring a bunch of the fires back around. As I said, some can stay here just to protect that. It'd be really good if some of the fires came around early instead of going forward. Because a castle on the shoreline, when you've lost water, that says... going to redock underneath it. And we're going elite cannon galleon. We're not even getting... we're getting 1 cannon galleon. We're going straight for elite. Would absolutely love to see some fires, though, because the galleons and the heavy... oh, demos are being produced. Armenian demos. Are we going to see the unique tech? Blast radius on demos. Is ZachAttack here for a little bit of... is Zach going for an early nomination? A Div2 nomination here? Is that the plan? No point hitting a warrior priest because his buddies are just going to heal him. 2 demos on the 1 cannon galleon. Cannon galleon's got to run. Cannon galleons have got their 15 range at the moment. They're elite. They're already elite. Fast Imp elite cannon galleon. And there's so many demos. Unique tech. Blast radius. Let's go. It is the... it's the unique tech for the Armenians. It's coming in. Cilician fleet is hanging out on the demos. Doesn't want to use them yet, but now they're coming in. And they land on the galleons. I would have loved to see them on the cannon galleons. That would have made me feel a lot better about this. And there are some fires as well. I'd be bringing the fires back around. The fires coming back around would do really nicely here. And now the fish is going to struggle and there's more docks coming up. If the fires were here already, it would have done so much more. A lot of this would have been prevented, even if some went down to the demos. And Imp is in now, and all the upgrades are coming in. And we're going to see galleons. We're going to see the quick switch into galleons. Just a few fires, just to regain a bit of control. Chemistry as well. Down goes... this. The fire ships are coming around now. They're coming around. It might not be too late. It's possible that it's not too late. Because the cannon galleons are still doing work. And it's only 1. The other one's coming in now. It's only the 1, but they're doing enough work. And just remember, with a lot going on, if there are some demos that hit, I may miss them, and the players may not even know, so do keep alert. Zach's got a lot of idle time. 109 vils, though, so probably doesn't need as many on food anymore. Can probably take some off food. Go to gold, but look at how many there are. Demos are going to need to be produced. Let's have a look. Silesian Fleet Armenian demos. What are they going to hit? Are they going to get much at all? Doesn't do that much in the end because it's fast fires. And Hexi, is that heated shot coming in as well? Was that from Zach? It was. Cannon Galleon gets under. Unfortunately, Cannon Galleon ran under the castle. Gonna add a few more though. These things are gonna be strong. Gonna try and redock. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. The imp play is too good. And down goes the dock. They lightly touched it, and the Cannon Galleon gets the hit. These docks are going to go down as soon as they go up, and now the redock on the other side, and this is why this game is hard. This is why this map is hard. You can play on all sides, and you can quickly redock and get back on, but it's been found. So here we are on this side now. It's been found, but how many are going to walk around now? Hexi at some point is going to need to get on this, because look at the res difference. Look at the eco now. And has landed, but it's seen. And this is why there's a problem. Needed to land with ship support and get a castle down on the shoreline. I think the first plan needed to be exactly where you first can. Just a castle on the shoreline. Your own protection. Because everything else gets found. And this has been found. Still backing in Zach here. There's a lot of docks now, and there's going to be able to create a large group of Navy before coming forward again. Hexi's got Castle Res. Oh no, I thought Hexi had Castle Res, but it's quickly going to run out. There's not that much left on this island now. It's getting a little bit dicey, and now they're going to run into problems. You have to have a foothold. Really, really have to have a foothold on this island. Score difference is very small indeed. The game... Oh, I think the score difference is small because we don't really know where this res has been spent, right? If this res gets spent, it gets a lot harder for Hexi to push. I would love a castle to have not been rangeable from the shoreline. So maybe like here. Or even here. Start taking a bit more res. I have played a game on this map once. And it resulted in me having won both outside islands and having 0 in the middle. Like, I had no access to the middle. It's kind of like what Zach's got here. I had no access to the middle, but my opponent had no access to the outside. Because I was... As much as I was trying to get on, and my opponent was looking at the outside, looking at the shorelines here, I was also looking at all the shorelines and didn't allow any redocks. And eventually, I managed to wear them down and get on. The difference here, though, is it's taken a bit too long. And I was originally kicked off the middle after having it for a fair bit. So, Hexi just has 65 vils, and all the res here is gone. And there's like the tiniest bit of gold here, and it feels like that Zach is slowly going to push this. Castles are coming up. There's so many ships, and the ships are coming around this side. heavy demos in. More docks are coming down. So it's 4 ship types in use. Hexi's on the middle, but it'll be interesting to see how long it lasts. No res for castle. And now you feel like just like 2 trebs is going to do the work here. And you got demos, you got more docks. It just feels too late. Sadly, it feels too late. I was saying we got all 4 ships. We got heavy, we got fast fire, galleon, elite cannon galleon, and heavy demo. This is like a nice little quad of battles. And in comes some demos. How much work are they going to do? That's a decent hit. Oh, yes. The 2 demos there, they did some work. And we're going to go again on the follow-up. That's a lot of cannon galleons. Oh, yes. That's quite nice. And that is the GG called as a result. That's some nice hits for ZachAttack. Some big demos landed. And I feel like that is a pretty serious nomination for Demo of the Week there. That feels like a nice little starting point. We haven't had a good one yet. We haven't had anything on land through our early sets. But I think we can claim that one. Let's go back and have a look at the damage that was done here. The fires did a whole bunch of work. Nobody thought this would happen. Let's have a look at what we've got. So the fires did their part. And then there's a whole bunch of demos. So we've got... Let's hit pause on this. The ships that were here. 3,200 HP. 14 fast fires. 11 cannon galleons. And there's 3 demos. There's... Hang on. I think there was 3 demos in that group. There were 3 demos in that group. It doesn't want me to... It doesn't allow me to highlight the other one. So we've got 3 demos in the group. We've got all of these buildings. All of these big ships. And it's 600-ish HP on them. That's a fair chunk. That's 1,400-ish HP that's gone down. And then there's a couple more demos flying in. 11 cannon galleons, and they're a little bit stuck. They don't really know where to go. And the demos have done some work on them. As a clump, it's a nice little start for our demo side quest. Our bounties that we're running. Very, very nice. And that is 1-0 to ZachAttack. It's a good game to start us off. And we got to see some demos, which is what we really, really enjoy seeing. Okay, let's see if they've actually done lobby settings right. It's possible that they have not, because it says Regicide. We are on Copenhagen, which was Hexi's home pick. I need to hit play. So they're in lobby. Hang on, it's really Spec Dashboard's temporarily offline now. No, we're good. We're back. We'll go to the Civ draft. Yes, we'll go have a look at that whilst we're largely waiting. Go back here. So we got migration was 1 run and done, and it was an Armenian win with a Berber loss. And it's going to be Copenhagen next by the looks of it. Now, with Copenhagen, there's no requirement to change any of the lobby settings. You can leave it on Conquest. It does naturally start as Regicide. So I might just quickly drop a message and say that Hexi, you don't need regicide mode for Copenhagen. Just quickly send that one. It should start. And 1 king on conquest plus random map. So hopefully they haven't started. And we'll quickly, yes. So civs, what do we think for civs for Copenhagen? My hunch feels like it's going to be a little bit of Malay and Portuguese. Would be my thinking. But Malians was first pick, so maybe it's going to be a Malian pick for Hexi. I'm intrigued to see where Malians would get played. Like, why pick them first? I'm not super certain on them. Maybe Hexi's got a specific build ready for their home map. They do feel... Yeah, I'm not a super cluey on the Malians. Haven't played a lot with them to fully know. Porto feels like the best one on Copenhagen. Saracens I don't mind for Four Lakes as well, so Malians could go either way. Malians will get played. I'd be surprised if they weren't. Japanese are absolutely going to be on Four Lakes, and Malay will be here. So we'll see which way they go. I hope everyone's enjoying the little fishing ship that Rapunzel put to the little artwork she put together earlier today regarding the changes, the water rework changes that we were looking at before. Fishing ships now fire arrows when they're garrisoned in docks, and every civ gets to garrison them in docks, which is quite cool. You can go away now. Why? You don't need to go away now. Not talking water changes anymore. Okay. No more water change talk. Do we want to put the cannon galleon on screen again? Let me grab the other cannon galleon. Nah, too bad. Finchy can get mad. There's the elite. We saw some of them in the last game. Exciting. Yeah, and we'll see how it goes. Looks like they haven't started yet. Maybe no, they have now, so we should be getting ready to go any moment. Any moment now. We should be good to start. Maybe I should have hit the spectate button, hey? And we would be good to go. And there is our Div2 cannon galleon on screen, which will be our first place prize if you do get up. What predictions have we put in? Some people going both ways. A little bit on Zach, a little bit on Hexi. I need to say that we want to download the content. Match may no longer be available. Oh, what happened there? They had to restart, did they? No, just failed on my end. It will be Malay Portuguese. We will be seeing Malay versus Portuguese on this map. And we are very much underway. And here we go. So, unfortunate ball law in the end there for Hexi. You start with a king. So this will be game 2 on Copenhagen. Copenhagen, one of our rich and rare maps. Each player will start with a king. And we can see the Malay King for ZachAttack already going on the walk. They have a nice little umbrella, which is pretty cool, as they walk around the map. And we can see how they work. So, Portuguese going early to berries. And 1 dot coming down. Meanwhile, the Malay player is already got a fishing ship out. So, ahead with the dock. You should have the option to vote with channel points. Predict which channel points, Slater, somewhere on chat. If you don't have that many channel points, it's because you haven't been here long enough and not watching my streams enough. So, gives you a reason to stick around, eh? And here we are. So, Portuguese units cost less gold. Ships have more HP, so they're going to be good on the water battle. And they can go fade to rear. Can go fade to rear as well in Imp. Tremors and Shivers, welcome to the chat. And yes, it is Regicide. This map in our tournament is a Regicide map. We've got 3 maps that we play separately from your default conquest win condition, and this is one of those 3. So you can be playing for a King Snipe. You can research. I've forgotten it starts with T. Treason. You can research Treason when you're in Imp. I think it's Imp, or maybe you can do it whenever you want. ZachAttack's going to be the first one up to Feudal, and he's going to bring out some galleys. And this timing's really strong, and I feel like Hexi's going to try and FC this. It feels like this is an actual build. Still going to need the wood to get... Still going to need the wood for buildings, and he's going to be short on gold. Maybe he's going to sell the stone to get the remaining gold. Yeah. Portuguese are quite strong. I hope that's on a closed map, though, and not on Arabia. If you're doing that on Arabia, you're one of those people. Doing it on Arabia. It's Arena. Yeah, very good on Arena. What I like about the Portuguese is that castle drop into organ guns. The thing that counters the organ guns being, say, knights or mangonels, you can create pretty strong monks. You get redemption, and you got a pretty good monastery. And that can, those 2, organ gun monk, it's not bad. A couple of petards to break walls. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Looks like we're going to be able to sell a bit of struggle time here for Hexi with the build. Plan is again fires, but the ships are going to go down. I probably would have just committed to an FC at this point. Yeah, they do get everything. Their stables are quite nice as well. So no Hussar, but you do get light cav, which is still good enough. Especially, it feels like it's good enough on a map like this. And then infantry, quite good. And their archery range, very strong as well. Do get bombard cannons, very strong. Siege engineers, helpful in Imp. It's very good. And here we go. So the market's going to come down now. I'm going to have to sell some of the food and probably sell food, sell wood, and click up. That would be my guess. But the fish are gone. And you can see now that even without really any idle time, the Malay player is not doing too bad because they've won water here and they can probably add a few more fish. Or actually, this one fire is snuck by. And he's probably going to take out all 3 fish before the galleys get back. Has gone unnoticed. And look, more fish are being added. But it's going to sneak in. And yep, that is a little bit unfortunate. I wonder how many of these galleys will react. If at all. Hexi's not going to give up on water. Yeah, all the galleys are going to have to run, or at least two. How many are going to run? The fish are being run forward. That's very unfortunate. And they're going to fish very long distance now. The Hexi's... That one fire galley sneaking by has actually kept this kind of close. Portuguese player will be up first, even with the Malay up times. Zach's actually got a bit of idle time here. Forgot to make a few vills. And this is free damage. Very free damage. And running into the corner. Won't be able to do this on the new patch next year. You just run back to the dock, garrison your fishing ships, and that fire galley will turn around. Pretty good value for that one fire in the end. Dock denied, but dock going up. Time to buy some food and click up, I think. Yep, sure is. Pretty good timing advantage, though. Probably can get off. Doesn't need 26 on food now. I'd probably start getting ready for... That's a good mining camp, actually. Allows for gold and for stone. So you can take some stone so you can get town centers outside. Yep, yeah, so what we know, Trevor's, is that docks, when garrisoned, will shoot arrows. For now, it's just going to be in Thalassocracy, but our assumption is that the patch that comes next year after Thalassocracy is done. We'll keep that generic concept. Maybe some things will get tweaked within it, but the idea is that it's going to stay the same. And we've gone caravels. We saw caravels from blue yesterday, or Sunday, yesterday, against Saws. And I think the end conclusion regarding this ship, which, by the way, looks really nice. Big fan. Architecture on this one, very good. And they're coming home. My belief when it comes to the caravels are... Well, firstly, the generic belief was great when, you know, units are clumped up because they're a bit like a scorpion with pass-through damage. Best against longbows because they'd stack better. But probably just handy to have like one or two in a group of galleys is probably the way to put it. Otherwise, you're just going to see this stack. You still want... They get their bonus from the pass-through, and if you don't get the pass-through ability, you'd rather have a galleon, which has got... a war galley, which has got one extra attack. Second town centre down as well. And the town centre's on the shoreline, which is interesting. So it defends the docks. Yeah, so there's some outposting again. Zach did this very well before. Outposting again. No loom. Oh, no. There's no loom and there's a wolf. No loom and there's a grey wolf. And the grey wolf is interested in the Vil. Uh-oh. What have we got? 1700. Have we got quick walls? I don't think we're going to see it. It's close. Oh! It's not too bad. Wolf's still chasing, though. Look at that. Very nicely done. He's not going to be able to get away for a while, though. Nice walls. Saves the Vil. May need the scout to come out. Oh, no. Scout's gone down. Missed that one. Scout's gone down, but has saved the Vil. ZachAttack, very strong there. Hopefully, we'll keep an eye on that Vil. Hopefully that Vil's able to drop a dock eventually. I think that was the plan. If you can get the relics out the middle, out of this island, quite handy. There's a scout. Oh no, scout's gone down. That's free, sadly. This is where Ville's still there. Wolf's still there. They're having a bit of a standoff at the moment. They can't do much. 1 HP versus 4. Gonna need a second Ville to come out and help out there. Caravels and Fires versus Galleys. Versus War Galleys. Got Bodkin on this side. Bodkin is in on this side as well. Free armor for the Malay too. If only villagers had a bow and arrow. Yes. If only they had a bow and arrow. They don't know how to use their bow and arrow. We've got Feudal Fires and Caravels up against the War Galley. We're going to have a tower. We're going to have a watchtower on the shoreline, which probably means you should fight now so you can give time for the tower to go up. I also think if you're going to drop a tower, you may as well drop a guard tower, because I think the watchtower will just get battered down. Watchtower can get forced down a little bit. So I'd probably invest in guard tower. Seeing the uni come in and quick ballistics. How quick was that? Straight on it. Was ready for the uni to come up. Hexi with a lot of idle time as well, by the way. 9 on food. Would be amazing if Hexi was able to get 12 farms out. Does have the 2 town centers. It just would be really nice. Throughout all this, if these were galleys and just a little bit of protection, maybe fighting under the tower. Get on the farms. Zach this whole time as well. Only 1 town center, so the Vills are close. Hexi definitely has a window here. Score doesn't look too healthy, but has a window, I think. It's probably going to lose water here now. I think at this point, stop investing. And even Zach, I think, has realized this will do. The fish has largely happened. Fish has largely been taken. Yes, the Malay will get to fish boom. But if the Malay player wants the fish boom, you can probably get off water now and then focus on a fast push through the middle. I mean, you don't even have to put... Like, Malay can fish boom, you can Feitoria. And remember the other part about this map. It is the king. It is regicide. So do have to keep control of the king. And that should be all good. But they're still going to fight it. Going to add fish traps underneath this. I think the Ville went down. Ville's gone down, by the way. Oh, Ville died. After all that, our wolf got a kill. My houses now, he says. Admiring the front door. Zach is adding a much better eco indeed. Absolutely is now booming behind this. Adding a couple of fish traps. Just throw... Now that you've got this... Actually, he's given up the water. A little bit. The caravels. The caravels are just going to go to work in the end. But what's it useful for? The way you do this now, if you win water, as fast as you can, once you win water on this map, which I think is going to happen here. Transport ship, you get 10 of the best unit that you can get. So in this case, Portuguese, I would say it's light cav. You're probably going to may play light cav anyway. You've already got a barracks. You're probably not playing infantry. So it could even be pikes, to be honest. You could even play pikes. But 10 of whatever's quickest. Transport ship, bring them over, land underneath the walls, and just raid the vills that are left in here. And just idle some eco, force them to wall up, just be a bit of a nuisance. We can see that Hexi's in a little bit of trouble regarding vills now, because it's could have been okay. I think if the two TCs were working the whole time, what's 12 minutes? 12 minutes of idle time that's different as vills is about 24 vills, and there's your difference in vill count. So even though Zach's adding 4 TCs now, if Hexi had the 2 running the entire time and was now looking to work towards 4, would still be in a very similar position, if not better. So now, probably want to add some fish traps or farms. If you're not going to add fish traps, add farms, but we're still fighting on water. This fight is going on for a very, very long time. This fight is going on and on and on. No one's... Oh, I was about to say no one's on this water, but Zach has worked this part out as well. This is where you also want to transport. Get the relics, get out of there. Put the monastery here if you have to. It doesn't matter. It's just handy. You're not really playing for much here, but you may as well add a couple of fish here. 4 or 5 fish. You have the pond, right? We added a dock here for a reason. And the reason is, it's a pond, it's 3 relics. Yeah, let's go get the relics. Let's get the relics, let's get the fish. Don't have to take it too seriously. Definitely not this seriously. And we're getting this walls. Yeah, these walls are quite common on this map because you always have this big patch of wood here. And you do often see this. And Trevor's, thank you for the follow as well. You a fan of water maps? That's what this whole tournament, Girt By Sea, all about the water maps. Love water maps. Brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So you'll love this tournament then. Kings are safely hidden. That one's safely hidden. This one's out in the open. I don't mind the out of the open because you're not going to accidentally ungarrison it somewhere. So I don't mind it there. Okay, we're still fighting caravels versus galleys. Oh yes, look at that. That's where you love the caravels. Look at the damage they're doing to them all. Bang, bang, bang. How nice is that? But full walls coming up now. Gonna wall this part too. Not allow any sneaks, and the GG's called there. GG's called. I can kind of understand it. It's 110 vills to 70. Very, very nice. Very good set. ZachAttack is going to be very strong in this Division 2. Gets the job done at the end of the day. Looks like Finchy has taken the channel points as well. Well done there. Little bit of an elo gap here, but it's a good strong start. Looks like Hexi came in with a bit of a plan and, to be honest, executed it not too badly. Bit of fine tuning needed, as I'm sure will be the case with every player. They get a couple of maps, be able to see what their abilities like. I do think both players focused on this water for a little bit too long. Probably could have given this up in favour of getting that boom, as we showed that had the 2 TCs been running for a bit longer, the vill count would have been a lot more even. And maybe being able to do something like drop a castle on the shoreline or a few more. So very, very nice. Oh, Tremors straight in with a sub. Where's the gifted gone to? To Nuvis Riva. Well, lucky there. Thank you for the gifted sub. Absolute legend. I stream as much as I can. Not on Wednesdays, but this tournament's just underway now. So this is week 1. It's the first tournament I'm running. So we've got 5 weeks of Swiss and then 3 weeks of finals. So it's going to take a while. It's good for all of our players in the Oceania region. 3 divs. So our best players in Australia are playing in Div 1. So if you do follow the pro scene, you would see No Zombie and Soxy. They're both in TTL Bronze coming up this week as well, if you look at T90's channel. So good luck to those two in that tournament. They're both playing Girt By Sea. We've got a few other very strong 2K players from Australia as well in Div 1. And then this was Div 2, ranging from largely that 1500 range to 1800. And then those below 1500 based off current and max average. So Hexi's got a high in the 1600s. That's why they're based in Div 2. And then those below 1500 in Div 3. And Thursday we got a very special Div 4. One-off show match on Div 4 for Thursday between 2 brothers. And some very fun chat usage that will accompany the set. So do tune in on Thursday night. That will be absolutely brilliant. That's already on the schedule. Yeah, I should probably put the div somewhere in the top there. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so Div 1's the only one on Liquipedia. So the others will show throughout the tournament. We'll get the spreadsheets. I can probably put the spreadsheets, the links to the tournament hubs somewhere on my Twitch as well, actually, so that people can see them and get to them when they want to. That might be good. But yes, ZachAttack 2-0 to start off his Girt By Sea tournament. Strong enough showing on Copenhagen and Migration. I think that largely is it. Pretty good stuff. 4 sets tomorrow, as Finchy said. I won't be around. Rapunzel won't be around either. So we need, if someone wants to cast, go your hardest. The tournament logo is in the handbook for those that want it, and I can send it privately as well if you want it somewhere else. Thursday we'll be back. We'll be doing Park Tim and JJ. There will be other sets on that day and night as well. So if others want to go take those, I probably won't take anything else. I'll just take that one at 7 o'clock. And yeah, I don't think there's anything for Friday at the moment either. So we'll see what Friday brings. And then there's a bit of Saturday and Sunday action, which will be good as well. Action pretty much every day. Monday will be recap streams and prediction streams. So it's all happening. Going to be streaming a good 4, 5, 6 days a week. So really looking forward to this. Really looking to grow the channel and get people interested in this tournament, interested in water maps. And it should be a whole lot of fun. Is that your set, Finchy, that's on Saturday? Because if it is, you're on center stage. Yep, well, you're on center stage. Well done. No, we'll be everyone will be casting. We're all going to cast it. But that'll do for this stream. I did get a little notification that TDI was streaming. Hopefully still is. I would like the raid. It looks like he still is. So we're going to go and visit TDI, who is also playing in Division 2. So he's chosen to stream himself instead of watching his opponents. So we'll let him know that. But we're going to go raid TDI. Thank you everyone for watching. Or are we going to raid TDI? Am I allowed to? Surely. Surely. There we go. That one there. All right, let's raid TDI. Thank you, everyone, and chat to you on Thursday.